Are Edea Ice Flies worth the money? So, if you are new to skating and you don't know that much about ice skates, these are the Edea Ice Flies, which you probably have seen on social media because they are like such a pretty boot. They've got crystals on here, and then they've also got crystals underneath. Um, so I've had Edea Ice Flies for maybe like 5 years. And I skate in Coronation Ace blades at the moment, so I'll talk about them in a minute. So yeah, I before these skates I had another pair of Edea Ice Flies, and then I had Edea Chorus before that, and then before that I was in wrist sport, and I was briefly in Jackson's for 2 weeks, but did not get on with them. So the thing about ice skating boots, like all the brands are like very different. So Edea are for like more narrower feet. So if you've got like quite wide feet, you can have like your feet will be crushed and you'll probably get bunions. So you might want to go for a different type of boot. A lot of people have Jacksons, and I feel like they find them quite comfortable. But I think these are better. No, it depends on your foot shape is like the main thing, and also like the strength of the boot is different. So these are a lot stiffer than the Edea Chorus, which I had before. So when I switched to Ice Fly, I was shocked. Like I tried them on and I was like, oh my god, I don't think these even fit me because I couldn't get my foot in the boot because it was so stiff. So I had to literally like untie everything to put my foot in it to tie it back up, and it felt like I could hardly move. But obviously, when you're skating them a bit more, you get used to it, and you do get used to a stiffer boot anyway. So one of the things that I really like about this boot, I'm sorry because it is actually quite dirty. They've been tipped up for synchro, so I need to clean them. Is compared to other boots, I feel like they've got a lot of padding in. So the padding's quite thick. Um, so yeah, they were just such a comfortable boot. When I tried like other brands on, they just weren't as like soft inside. So I found them really comfortable. The only thing was when I very first got them, and I've seen this happen to like another girl. Like I got a little like cut there, and I think it was from like landing. So that's when I used a bunga pad just to give it a bit more protection, and it was fine, and it did go away in the end. So other things that I really like about the Edea skates is the hooks, because you can actually like, I know it sounds crazy, but you can actually like get the lace in the hook, whereas like a lot of them, like a lot of other brands have circular hooks and they pop off sometimes. Like one of my friends, we was at a synchro competition and his lace popped off the hook. Um, and it used to happen to me before when I had a different brand of skate. I'm sure it was maybe it might be the wrist sport ones. Um, but it's definitely happened to me before, but not since I've had Edea skates. So yeah, I really recommend them. I think I've seen a lot on social media about people overbooting. Um, yeah, I'm getting a lot of hate for it, but I think if you're an adult skater, you're obviously way more than a child. So like I weigh around 10 stone and I skate 5 times a week, but I don't do like that many jumps. I'm still learning an axle. So yeah, I just think even though they're like, oh, you'll wear them down before you're even doing triples, because these boots, I think they've got like, is it something ridiculous like a 90 stiffness rating? So they are made for people doing like triple jumps. But yeah, I just think like if you're an adult and you're paying for your own skates, You should be allowed to have ice flies or pianos or whatever skate you think is like the pretty skate. But yeah, in my opinion, I just think these are so cute. So cute. I really like the heel as well, being silver. So yeah, then for blades, I have got Coronation Ace. So I think the boot is about £500, and I think the blades are maybe like 180. So yeah, these are the Coronation Ace. But before that, on my old ice flies, I had the MK Professionals. So when I changed, I don't know if this is to do with like they say like the rock is different and stuff like that. When I changed, it felt like these was a really rocky blade, but I don't know if it was because there was a newer blade and they've got more. So if you can see there, they've got more. That's the bit that gets sharpened, the bit that's in the different color. So yeah, I don't know if it's because it was a new blade and my other ones was like really ground down, but I found these like a lot more rocky. Um, so yeah, I'm happy with this combo. I think it's a good combo. I would like try in the future maybe gold seals, or is it gold star, depending on the brand, which one you get. But at the minute I'm happy with these, so I will continue. Yeah. So overall, I do think that they are expensive, and maybe you will break them down before you're doing triples. Which, like, I had my other pair of ice flies for maybe about 3 years, before I got these ones. But like, I skate a lot. Like, I'm skating 5 times a week, so it's yeah. I think it just depends like how much you're in them. But I would say yes, worth the money.